Now, scientific notation makes writing really big or really small numbers a lot easier. Okay? And that's what makes it convenient for us. Okay? Scientific notation makes writing numbers convenient when they're really large or really small. Okay? I'll give you an example of that in a minute. But there is one case where you have to write a number in scientific notation. Okay? Let's put it in black here. Scientific notation is required when digits in the ones place must be rounded off. Okay? Scientific notation is required when digits in the ones place must be rounded off. All right, so let's do one more example here with significant zeros to see if we can kind of sort out what's involved here, all right? Parsecs. I think that's the right spelling. I don't use distances in parsecs very much. That's like distances in space, really long distances. Okay. All right. When you think you know how many significant digits there are, let me know. Raise your hand. Huh? How many? There's 4 significant digits?
6. 5 or 6.
Now, all the digits in this number are significant.
10.
Okay? All the digits in this number are significant. Okay, here's how you know. These 2 numbers here are significant because they're non-zero, right? These 2 numbers here are significant because they're non-zero. And all the zeros are in between. That makes sense? No, if you've never used it before, it's hard to remember all that stuff and use it right away, okay? But we're going to practice with it over and over and over again in this class, because every time you write a number or you round off a number, you got to know what significant zeros are, okay? The addition and subtraction rules, multiplication division rules for rounding off, the significant zeros rules, they apply to this class from now to the end of the class. They'll apply in every chemistry or physics class you take after this one. They'll probably apply in any biology class you take after this one. Okay, if you have to do those kind of calculations in biology, you don't do them a lot in biology, but if you're doing higher level biology in college or sometimes some biology classes, even like if you take an AP or something, those or higher end classes, you might have to do some of those calculations. So it's important to know what the digits are that are significant. Okay, it's important to know that you can't add zeros on the end of a number to add them for convenience, because then you're lying in science. You're lying about the precision of that number. So we have to be careful about putting extra zeros on there when they shouldn't be there. Okay, that's part of getting the numbers to have the correct amount of significance. Okay, to have the right precision in a calculated answer. Okay, you with me so far? All right. Let's give you. We started making out a homework list, so let me give you some homeworks on having to do with significant zeros then, okay?
Is this tonight, Homer?
Yep.
Okay.
Say what?
Or do we put tomorrow's date on it for tonight's homework?
It's due tomorrow, but you can put today's date on it, okay? There's two different words. They're almost kind of together here. There are. I guess that's enough. So that's kind of a lot of writing about each one of them to indicate which of these are zero, whether the zeros are significant or not, and why. Okay. So I figure if you do that for every one of these problems, then you'll have a pretty good idea of, by writing it down each time, you're reminding yourself each time you write it down what the rules are and applying them. Does that make sense? Okay. No, I'm just asking you to identify which zeros are significant and which ones aren't, and how many total significant digits there are. That's all I'm asking you to do. Okay? So you're going to say we have a total of X number of significant digits. In this case, you'd say the zeros after the decimal place are, and then tell me whether they're significant or not and why. Does that make sense? And these zeros here, you tell me, on this number, you tell me how many total significant digits you have. And then you're also going to tell me why these zeros are either significant or aren't. Does that make sense? Okay. Any other questions? All right.